Good evening. Time is 8 o'clock, and the Maury Amateur Radio Club Newbie Net is on the air. This is Net Control Station K4LEN. My name is Justin. This net is now held every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on the Maury Amateur Radio Club repeater, W4GGM, transmitting on a frequency of 147.120 with a tone of 127.3. This is an open net, and all amateur radio operators are welcome to check in. While it is not necessary to be a member of our club, take part in our net, all interested stations are invited to join the club. For more information on joining, please contact any member or go to the website w4ggm.org. This is an informal net, and your comments are welcome. While our net is not a traffic net, anyone having emergency traffic may contact Net Control at any time. Again, this is K4LEN with the Maury Amateur Radio Club. Does anyone have any emergency priority traffic at this time? Nothing heard. Do we have any announcements tonight? Alright, no announcements. Start taking my regular check-ins. Any station wishing to participate in our newbie net, call now.
This is WD4NCO. Name's Art. This is
For BBB, name is Scott.
This is KA4ZDR, Dale. K4PKA, Rick. This is N4TOW, Mike. This is KO4LTC, Jerry.
Alright, well, there's a pretty good list for tonight. The last station that checked in, could I get your call sign and name again, please?
Kilo Oscar 4, Lima Tango Charlie. Name is Jared.
Alright, KO4LTC and Jared, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright, well, we got Art, Scott, Dale, Rick, Mike, Jared, I think that's what you said. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Newbie Net. Starting off, we'll go around, take a comment from everybody, and we'll get started. So, WD4NCO, Art, good evening to you.
Well, good evening, Justin. It's WD4NCO. It's been a pretty nice day today, except for occasionally a sprinkle. But, yeah, I missed the net Friday because I thought you was moving until Tuesday. And you did move till Tuesday, but I thought it was moved before it did, so that's the reason I didn't check in Friday. But I got an interesting thing for the net tonight. Anybody want to make any comments on it? I spent an hour or so today programming my handy-talkie. I got a Bufang or whatever they call it. Anyway, anytime you buy radios anymore, it comes to the point that you want to make sure you get a cable with them to do the programming and make sure you got a program that they don't want to charge you an arm and a leg for. I didn't pay any attention last year when I bought the 7100 ICOM, which is good radio. I got it here. Fine radio. But you got it comes with a cable to program even. But the bad thing is you got to buy their program. And that doesn't work out too good because I think they want $125 for the program. But anyway, you want to pay attention to the additional costs when you do get a radio of the different things that you get into. Anyway, it's WD4NCO. Back to Nick Control.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I just recently bought the Anytone handy-talkie 878, and that's the first. No, I take that back. That's the second radio I've used and actually had the computer software to do it with, and it's different. I'm used to doing it on the radio, and I don't know. It's took me a lot of getting used to. But I'm making it through it. But yeah, some of them things can be aggravating, and some of them can be a blessing. Depends on how the programming is laid out. All right, N4 BBB. Scott, good evening.
Good, sir, and good evening, everybody on the net. Well, the nice thing about the Baofangs is the software is free and the cable is very cheap. You can get some older cables for them, but the newer ones that have the FTDI chipset work with Windows 10 and just about everything. So anytime anybody wants to get one of my chirp configs, it's just, all 128 channels, or for the UV25X4 mobile radio, I've got all 200 channels. And, all the typical stuff, all the frequencies that most people use and need, and the local repeaters and the tones and offsets and all that good stuff. So happy to help anytime I can. The other day, KO4 OZW came over. We met at the club dinner, and I programmed both of his UV5Rs for him. So it's just a whole lot simpler. The nice thing is about having standard configs is that if you tell somebody, okay, go to channel 34, and they know that they're going to have the offsets and the tones and everything already programmed in, so you'll be on the same frequencies. And it just makes life a whole lot easier. Same thing for all the things you might want to listen to, like Life Flight, UHF and VHF, and the Sheriff's Office, things like that. So that's the nice thing about having a standard set of configs for the radios. But other than that, nothing further for right now, Justin. It's N4 BBB.
Yeah, the chirp software is. I've never used it for a Baofeng. I've played with it. I've got the little cheap. Still a Baofeng, but it's a little 16 channel without a screen on it, and I use them for work. Just little FRS channels in them, and I program them through chirp with it, and I don't know, it's okay. I don't know, I'm just used to doing it on the radio. So all right, KA4 ZebDR. Dale, good evening. That's this. You're gonna have to go. Got to go.
Good evening, Justin. Good evening to the net. Here is KA4 ZDR. Beautiful day, like you said. Been a really pretty day. I've wasted most of it away. Laying up to sleep. I slept late. Stayed up too late. But anyway. Oh well. Tomorrow's the other day. We'll try it again. Yeah, the chirp software has always worked. I've been using it for years. Always works great. It'll program a lot of different radios, not just the Baofangs. I think it'll set up a lot of different radios. They widen their rises out to pick up many other radios. I run a Kenwood HF rig, and of course the cables and stuff are free with it. And I got software that you control the radio with. You can do all your programming with. You can everything with. They offer it online for free. All you got to do is go to their website, tell them which radio you got, and they'll send it all to you free. So all their manuals, all their schematics, all their brochures, everything's on there for free. Some of them not real. Some of them are pretty thick manuals, but anyway, they're there. So that's what I like about the Kenwood. They keep everything pretty simple. Usually the only thing I run into on it is they got stuff, but they got 4 different manuals for the same radio. Sometimes each one of them don't tell the same thing. So you got to figure out which manual you use, because one of them won't tell something, the other one will. So you basically have to have all their manuals to go through to figure out which one's what. It's a little confusing. I always said that they were drunk today. They wrote them manuals. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. Pretty early in the week, and I think you did well by changing it to Tuesday night. Looks like you already got a few more participants. Hopefully we'll pick up some more as go along. I'm sure as more and more people find out about it, it'll pick on up. We'll get listed on a lot of other things. I don't know if Joe put it on the website yet or not. I haven't even looked at it, but get on Facebook, a few others, get the message out. Anyway, Justin, take care, buddy. Good hearing you. KA4 is EDR.
Yeah, roger that. I think Tuesday's going to be a good idea myself. I know it was starting to run into my Friday evening, plans and everything. So, if it was kind of getting in the way for me, being a net control operator, I know it was interfering with other people that, was just there. So, I think it's going to be a good deal. All right, K4 PKA. Good evening.
K4 PKA. Hello, Justin. The ICOM programming software is also on their website for free. You can, as long as you have the cable, you can download the software for it as well.
Yeah, I think I know the 5100 you can download it for free, and I guess it sounds like the 4100 is as well. I think I recently purchased a used ID 51, a little handy talkie, and I've got a 7100 like Art well, and those aren't available for a free download, so I don't I've never checked into buying the software, but I guess Art answered my question though. That's a little steep for their programming software.
Yeah, when I bought the 4100s for Mike, TOW, and myself, I bought the RTS software, did not know, and it came with cable, but did not know at that time that I could have gotten the actual program for free from ICOM. All I would have had to done is buy the cable, but I bought the cable and the software at that time. Didn't realize it.
I got you. Well, I think that RT system software is, from what I hear, it's worth the money. A friend of mine has got it, and he really enjoys it. I think you can actually do a few extra things with the RT system that you can't do with the ICOM system, like as far as moving um, channels around. Like I don't know, I've never used either one of them, so I wasn't for sure what he's talking about. But he's compared the two, and he likes the RT system better than the ICOM software. So um, I don't know. To each their own. It's either way. A lot of people like to have the programming software. All right, in for TOW, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening, Justin. Good evening to the net. Yeah, I was listening to about the Baofeng radios. I have a Baofeng radio and programmed it with the the chirp system and the chirp software, and it's just easiest software that I've seen that you can do it. I also have a Wuox radio that we use at church, and you can also program the Wuox radio with the chirp as well. It does real well, because at church they have their own repeater, but it's a different kind of repeater, I guess, or it's undisclosed. Only within the church has the tone and the programming, but I probably can find it. But yeah, that church system works good on the little handy talkies.
Okay. Have a pretty good sized church. Need a repeater. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that must be a pretty good sized church.
Well, it's a 140-acre compound, and it's a pretty big sized church, but I belong to the safety team on that church, and we run Wuox radios that are under the church's call sign, and we use it for the safety team and for communication across the complex.
Okay. The church bouncers. That's cool. That's good to hear that they're using it and working for them. So good deal. Well, welcome to the Newbie Net, Mike. KO4LTC, and I hope I'm getting your name right. I think you said Jared, but we'll double check this time. But KO4LTC, go ahead with your comment for tonight.
Daddy,
This baby,
Mommy,
you
Mommy
got to go.
needs you.
I'm busy right now. All right, you know if you've lost some elevation or what's going on. I don't know if you've got any more power you can put in it or get a little bit higher ground. You kind of real quiet into the repeater and not making it in very well. I don't know if that's an option or not, but we'll try to give you another go around here, see if it comes in any better there.
Sorry about that. I don't know if this is any better, but I'm up in Spring Hill, so I'm a bit further away from the repeater, and I'm just on a little HT, so I'm only putting out about 5 watts. So not sure how strong I'm hitting the repeater there.
Okay, yeah, that was better that time. Maybe it was just talking a little louder than the trick. But yeah, that was better there. KO4LTC, I'm assuming that's a fairly new call sign. How long have you had your license for now?
I got my technician in January, and then my general about a month or so after that. So still fairly new, trying to learn as much as I can about everything amateur radio. So I appreciate you guys putting this net on, giving new guys like me an opportunity to learn all we can.
Okay, good deal. Well, congratulations on the new licenses. That's great that you went ahead and got your general as well. That's awesome. Do you have HF radio, or you just is that little handy talkie all that you have for right now?
This one's all I have for right now. Definitely looking into getting something more down the road here as I learn, but really just trying to learn what I like and what I need, and not go spending money before I know what I'm doing with it yet.
Okay, I understand. Well, this net is kind of geared towards you. I don't want to pick on you none, but we're here to, try to help get any answers to any questions you may have, any troubles you may be experiencing, just anything in general, that to help you, get a better understanding, if you will, on, what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. So, being the newest or one of the newest operators here, do you have any questions, anything, any problems that you're having that you might need help with?
No, I don't think I have any real problems per se. Just been trying to learn as much as I can, trying to do all the reading and studying for the extra now, which has been quite a bit. So I think that's going to take a little bit of time. Maybe if anyone has any advice for trying to tackle that, that could be helpful.
Okay, yeah, I've just started studying for my extra as well. I say I started studying, but I've not really started. I've got a book. I got a Gordon West extra study, extra class license study book, and I bought it, and I've not much more than opened it. I read a few pages of it so far. I don't know. I need to take the time and get more into it, but I don't know. I just haven't yet. Anybody got any advice for him? All right, come on in here.
I need to check in. Thanks, Joey. When I took the technician class, test, I studied with hamexam.com. They also have hamstudy.org.
Please go.
Both websites you can register for free. They have practice exams, and I have all the questions with all the answers and everything on there. But if you take the practice exams, it will keep track of where you're weak at, and you can it kind of fixes the questions so that it will, as you keep doing the test, it will throw the questions you're weak on in there to help you learn.
Yeah, you're right, Joey. That is a good resource. That's what I use for both of my uh, technician and my general license. Another thing too is you wanted a little more than just studying the answers. Um, YouTube. There's a there's a guy, Whiskey Four Echo Echo Yankee or Yankee Echo. Let me double check this. It's on YouTube, but they have um, like a study class that they have recorded, and I don't know if they go over the ARRL book or if they go over the Gordon West book, but they go over it and um discuss the they study the answers, but they go deeper and discuss the reasoning behind the right answer. That way help get a little bit better understanding of why that is the right answer. Let me see if this is right. Yeah, Whiskey 4 Echo Echo Yankee W4EEY. If you can look on YouTube, I know of that one, and I'm sure there's a bunch more out there.
Hi, I'm Gary, Whiskey 4.
But that's another good resource as well.
N4TLW, Corey.
Okay, N4TOW, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question for the Newham that's in Spring Hill. Are you talking? You're talking on a Baofeng radio now. Are you talking on a rubber ducky, or do you have a antenna that's already up, or what?
I'm talking on a Yaesu VX6R, and I have a diamond antenna on it. So I think it's probably the most I'm going to get out of this little HT.
You said you had a diamond. How tall is your antenna? Is it a mobile unit?
Yeah, that's correct. It's a mobile unit.
Okay. Have you checked your SWRs on the antenna?
I did initially when I got it, but I don't think I knew as much about it at the time, so maybe that's something that I should look into as well.
Is it a magnet mount or is it a stationary mount?
It's stationary. It replaced the original rubber ducky.
Oh, you have a diamond. Okay, I get you now. You have a diamond antenna that's screwed into your actual radio, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, K4PKA Rick. If you want to chime in and let him know what you have as far as your antenna on your handy talkie, it will probably help him a whole lot.
Yeah, I have a Comet GP3 that's mounted onto about a 15, 20-foot pole, and my deck is 15 feet off the ground, so the whole antenna is probably 40, somewhere between 30 and 40 feet in the air, and it just has a cable running from the antenna into the house with an adapter on the end of the coax cable to screw right into the top of the handy talkie. So you're not using the antenna from the handy talkie. You're using the outside base antenna. This is K4PKA.
N4TLA.
Hey, Eric.
Good Good evening, Justin. Yeah, I would echo what Rick's saying. I mean, I'm at the moment right now, I'm running on a handy-talkie too, and I'm hooked up kind of the same way. I've got a J-pole currently sitting in the attic with a cable ran down to my ham shack here and an adapter plugged into my little Bofang. And you know, you can with your $30 Bofang and a $100 antenna, you'll get a whole lot better coverage and reception and everything else. So it's all about the antenna and more less about the radio, really.
And 4 PCB.
Okay, Joey.
When I first got my HT, that's the only radio I had at first. I got an adapter that fits on the Baofeng, and I hooked a Tram 1180 mobile, which is what I'm talking with. I mean, the antenna I'm using right now because I live in an apartment, sitting on a pizza pan. And Dale can verify that I was able to hit the repeater from my mom's, which is in Hickman County, on the other side, just on the other side of the line, with that little 5-watt radio. And except for when I got down in the valleys, we would sit there and talk on Simplex all the way out there. And the Tram 1180 is not that expensive. You can get it on Amazon for fairly cheap.
Yeah, those, you know, the little GP3, you know, base antenna, you call it. They're great. That'd be great for at home. But like if you're mobile in the car, like Joey said, little short quarter wave mag mount antenna. Just about all the antenna manufacturers make them. That Tram is going to be your cheapest. You can actually get them. You can actually get it with the SMA. What is it? A female end or the male end? I think it's female end. That'll actually screw right down onto the. See, I think that Yaesu's going to have. I get them confused, but you can get the antenna instead of having an adapter. You can get it where it'll screw right onto the radio, no adapter. Because especially if you're mobile in a car, you know, if you're sitting in a car with the antenna connected, you know, a rubber ducky style antenna inside of the vehicle, you know, the car makes like they call it a Faraday cage around you. The steel of your car blocks a lot of your you know, your power radiating out, you know, and it kills a lot of your signal, you know, decreasing your range for, you know, that's transmitting and receiving. So if you can get a little mag mount antenna on the roof of your car or roof of your vehicle, you know, get that antenna on the outside. Then you got your car acting as a ground plane for the antenna. You'd be very surprised what difference it makes. Like Joey says, it makes a world of a difference. You know, I done the same setup with my first radio, and I was blown away. You know, the difference it made. So, which, you know, both ways, you know, you're taking a handy talkie and doing this. Well, it's, you know, it's taking the portability away from your handy talkie when you do that at the same time. So, you know, it's kind of a give and take there. It's got its pros and it's got its cons. So, but yeah, it'll make a big difference getting a bigger antenna and all the way around there. But to be in Spring Hill with a HT, you're coming into the repeater pretty good. I think at first, maybe he wasn't talking as loud into the radio, but it's doing a good job for what you've got right now. I think I timed the repeater out. Uh-oh. Well, may have done it now. Let me double check other radio. Make sure nothing's happened to my radio. Okay, maybe we're back online. I think I timed the repeater out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. N4TOW.
Yeah, roger that. I thought something was going strange.
I even swapped down to 400.
I kind of figured that's what happened. The repeater down here in Lawrenceburg, that's the way it'd do as well. So I don't know how much of that you got, but maybe that's some good advice for you there, Jared.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. That's a lot of great advice there. To think about, try to put a plan together for something here to give me a better antenna than the one I have on my HT here. I do have an HOA where I'm at, so I'll have that to deal with, but we'll just have to try and be clever and come up with something. But I appreciate everyone giving me some advice there. Thank you.
A mag mount on top of your refrigerator work way better than what you got.
Also, N4TOW, there's a guy that's on YouTube. Get on YouTube and do Ham Shack HOA. And I'm telling you, this guy he is innovative. He come up with anything that you can think of with a HOA antenna, and he's talking HF, VHF, he's doing it all, and you can't even tell he's got anything at his house. And he has detailed instructions of what he did and how he's done it, and it's awesome.
And 4 PCV.
Okay, Joey.
By the way, that tram 1180 is a 5/8 wave, so it comes even in better than the quarter wave.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't know which the numbers on the one I got. I guess I just what I get for assuming, I guess.
Yeah, N4TOW. I run I think it's KO4 LTZ, is that it? Yeah. I run a 4100 ICOM in my Jeep, but I got a SBB5 Comet mag mount antenna on the top, and I can be downtown Franklin and can hit the Columbia repeater easy on low setting on this configuration that I have. And also, if I want to get technical about it, I got a 30-foot antenna that I can put on the back of my Jeep as well for a headphone J-pole, and 35 foot of LMR 400 coax, and get on top of a hill, and I believe I can talk just about anywhere I wanted to.
Yeah, he gets figured out which direction he wants to go. You know, yeah, the possibilities there are endless. I live down here in Lawrenceburg, and there's not much repeater action here, so pretty much anywhere I talk to is a pretty good little trip. So luckily my location is pretty good, and I can't talk to the north as far as I can to the south, but I can I don't know, to my south I got about a 60 to 70 mile range around my house that I can talk with. But you'd be amazed what that Comet GP3 antenna would do in your attic with being the HOA constrictions.
N4GLA, that Edfong antenna that Mike was talking about too, you can find those on eBay. Just Google Edfong. You can actually make one yourself too, but if you want a quick answer, you can buy one for him for about $50 and get you up and going. And I ran on Mike's for quite a while before I got some antennas. I just hung it in a window in my house and made a world of difference.
All right, Justin, this is N4TOW. I'm going to be secure. I'm going in the house. You guys have a good night. Love this net. I'm glad it's on a Tuesday now. But y'all have a good night. 73s to you guys. Good chatting with you. This is N4TOW. I'm clear on your final.
What other kind of tricks they might have. So I appreciate all the advice. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Is your name Jared? It's killing me because I think I got it right, but I'm doubting myself too. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir. Jared. Jared.
Okay, that makes me feel better there. Yeah, Jared, thanks for coming in, getting in on our net tonight. Like I said, this net's kind of geared toward the new operators. Get a mix of experienced operators and inexperienced operators. The way we can everybody come together and get good answer. Help you get you going in the right direction anyway. So we look forward to hearing you out here again. And the best way to learn and get familiar with it is hands-on. The best way to learn it is to do it. So keep doing what you're doing there, brother.
Well, thank you, Justin, and everybody else. I definitely look forward to getting things on and trying something new here and seeing how it goes. I'm sure y'all will hear from me sometime soon. Thanks.
All right. Well, anybody else got anything for tonight's Newbie Net? It's K4LEN's net control. Any more topics?
And 4PCB.
And 4K.
All right, Joey and Thurman. We'll get Thurman in here first. How you doing tonight, Thurman?
I'm pretty well. I ain't pretty, but I'm doing halfway decent. Just heard the net on there, and I've just been running back and forth trying to get a few things done. I wanted to just throw my call in and say good evening.
Okay, well, we're glad you did. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. All right, Joey, go ahead with your comment there.
More of a question. Since we're on the subject of antennas, me and Dale was kind of talking about a little bit the other day about a dipole, but I have a 4-foot stainless steel Stinger here. It's right at 4 foot. And I'm wondering what I would have to do, like put a SO239 on it, but through the center conductor, but what else would I have to do to it to make it work on the back of my other radio that I have in there, 2 meter, 70 centimeter radio, to make it like a backpack type deal?
Well, that's a good question. It's how long did you say?
It's right at 4 foot, and from what I was looking at on the calculator for this frequency here, a 5/8 wave is 3.98. So if it's exact, I mean, right now it's exactly 4 foot, I think. But if I trim it just a little bit and put a 239 end on it, that's just going to be the center. What do you do about the other side of the ground?
Well, my suggestion would be to cut it down and make a quarter wave dipole out of it.
Dipole will not work in a backpack very well.
Sure it would. Bring it up out of the top. Take like, sure, it's got a handle on the top of the backpack. You could rope it up, tie it up, where it's, I don't know, if you're walking through the woods, it might not be real good, but out each side, I don't know. It really depends on what you're going to be doing with the backpack, where you're going, and how you're going to be using it.
N4 GLA, if you
Hey, Alex.
Tape measure, dipole, VHF, UHF, you'll find where people make them out of a tape measure. They put the tape measure and take the pieces of it, and it's pretty neat how they do it, and then they show how they stick it in a backpack pretty easily, actually.
What I was thinking is because it's a more powerful radio, I think it's a 35-watt radio, throwing the battery in the backpack, throwing the radios in the front pocket to where it's vertical, so I can get to the controls, besides the controls on the mic, and then just have the vertical antenna sticking out of the backpack itself, so I didn't have to worry about it catching on any sides or anything.
Yeah, Roger that. I'm no antenna expert yet, but I think you'd be missing your ground plane at that point and be your challenge, I think, without it being a dipole.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to do about the other side of it, because, I mean, if you just got the center, I mean, the end of the Stinger stuck into the 239, you still got to have...
Alex, do you have a good live stream tonight?
You got to have a ground or something there.
Roger that. You are correct there. So that's why I think thinking of a dipole is really the easier answer, and it doesn't really matter. The one end of the dipole end of it, you stick that part down on the backpack, it doesn't matter anyway, because to your point, it's the ground anyway.
I think I'll do some more research. I was actually thinking about it when the bike races came up, but then I injured my foot and threw my back out, so I couldn't go Sunday, so it kind of messed me up. But I was just going to take my magnetic mount and my pizza pan and take it with me that way. But no, I was just thinking maybe building one for later on. But yeah. But I'm going to get off here. That'd be 3 to have a 1. Nice to have another net to check in on. I'm hoping that we throw a 10-meter net in there sometime.
Yeah, I'm sure we could work something out there. I forget the operator's name that was out there at the bike races Saturday, but he's got an umbrella that it's super cool. It's like probably a 4-foot umbrella, and got his HT and he's got his coax run up, and it goes inside the umbrella, and it's got a small, I don't remember if it's a rubber ducky antenna or just a short, like a quarter wave whip style antenna. But he takes his ground plane is the legs of the umbrella, like the metal tensions that that the fabric's tied to. I forget his call sign and I forget his name. But it blew my mind. It was awesome, and he said it works really good. Might look into something like that too.
Was monitoring this race from here Sunday. I could hear Bill real well. I could hear Jeffrey every once in a while. I heard you every once in a while. But the only one I could hear consistently was Bill. But think about it. It was a little over 5 miles away on Simplex.
Yeah, roger that. Which, Bill, he was net control. He was on, I don't know, I think they're JPO up at least 25 foot. So he had pretty good range. I probably had the best elevation of everybody there. I was up on top of the hill, out behind the dump. So I'm going. Jeffrey, if you was hearing Jeffrey, then he's doing pretty good, because I think Jeffrey was in one of the lowest locations out there. He was down in a hole a little bit, so if you heard him, he was doing a good job. All right, anybody else got anything else for the net tonight? Hey, good evening. Thanks for stopping by, Alex.
N4GLA, I'll just throw this out there since we're talking antenna. That's what I was actually working on before the net started. I was putting together a 6-meter dipole, made it out of a little single gang plastic, electrical box with 2 fittings, and I had some aluminum rod that I stuck out the ends of that, and so I'll take some pictures of it and throw it up on the email thing for the club, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll even throw in the newsletter, who knows, but that was kind of a fun little project. I'll take some pictures, and I haven't even done it yet. I just literally stuck it up in the attic and plugged it into a radio just to see what it was doing.
Well, good deal. That's something I've not ventured off into yet. Any kind of antenna building of anything. I'd like to. I've not done it yet. Well, all right. I'm going to take the last call. If anybody else got anything else, we'll stick around. If not, we're going to try to wrap this thing up. Anybody got anything else? Well, all right. That being said, thank everybody for checking in and participating tonight. Big thank you to Jared, KO4LTC. Thanks for stopping in. Congratulations on your license. And welcome to the hobby. I hope you enjoy it as much as I have, because I've been having a blast. I've had my license for about a year now, so just a little over a year. And, man, I'm having fun. But again, thank everybody for checking in. Had 9 check-ins, 10 including myself. So I think going to Tuesday night is definitely a step in the right direction. But for any information about club meetings and upcoming events, please visit our website, w4ggm.org. Please remember to check into our other weekly nets. regular club net, or amateur radio club net. It's held every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on this repeater. The emergency management net is held every Sunday night at 8:30 on this repeater. And then every Monday night is our M-Tiers net on our 443.175 repeater. But at this time, I'll return the W4 GGN repeater back to normal use. Hope everyone has a good week, a good evening. 7-3s from K4LEN. Good night, and God bless.
73s everyone from N4 and GLA. I'll be monitoring for a little while.
Alright, anybody that's in here on our live chat, appreciate y'all being there, hanging out with us tonight. Come back and join us again every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. K4LN, my name's Justin. Say 7-3 to you. Have